All right, again, this is all just a test. Cloudy days, I'm not hooking anything up. This is the test, just test. Board hangs over the gap. Does that make sense? I've got some hooks here, and right now it's just attached with some zip tie. And then this end has just got a little bit of string on it. And what that lets me do is it lets me open it and see that the board does move. That makes sense. You can see how the string loosens. There it is. You can see how the string loosens. Still lets me open this all the way. At the same time, when you close it down, the string pulls it tight again, and it stays on the hooks. And this is the best place to see it. You can see where it covers the gap. So long term, that'll be able to hook the solar panel here. Makes sense. And charge everything right off the panel here. You know? And just use some twine or some string and tie the ends down to these eyelets. So when it's out here, it'll be held down. Again, it's a canvas back. It can't stay out here forever. It will rot. You know, give it a year. We have enough rain and enough heat and it'll rot. So, I think this will work for now. If I like what it does, if that makes sense, then I can take the plastic off and put a secondary piece of tin here. It's got, you know, little gap set, so it you know, slides left and right over this and doesn't impede, you know, opening and closing of the lid, so on down the line. I think that's the right. We'll see. It's supposed to rain tonight. When we've had mild storms, just little rain thingies, you know, sprinkles, whatever, it's not been bad. But when we have harder rain, yesterday's rain did go from light to hard. When we have harder rain, you can see where I still see the water. That's water that's coming in from the gap. Same thing there. It's probably why the girls only nest in that one, because this side doesn't leak. As it goes down this way, it does. You can see even the wood panel there is wet. So again, we're supposed to have rain tonight. I will I'm gonna stir all the shavings up after I get off camera. I'm gonna stir all the shavings up, you know, move the wet around, move the dry around, so I can see how bad it leaks, if it still leaks. You know? I'll figure it out. And I'll talk to you later. All right, so check out all the bedding. Again, this is the first one, and you can see where even the base wood there is wet, which means it got a lot of rain in off the last rainstorm. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. Moisture is bad for a chicken. It stays moist like this. It puts moisture in the coop, and that's how they can end up with frostbite on their feet and on their combs and their wattles. So you want it dry in here. So it's very important that I figure this leak on the roof here out. Now again, they tend to egg in the first one here because it's the drier of the four. Yes, they know. But it too had some moisture in it. You can kind of see it up there where, again, I've taken out all the shavings. All my shavings over there, get my stick here. My shavings over here are dry. You know? There's nothing wet. You can see all of this is dry, which is awesome. Even the floor there is dry compared to the floor here. You know, you can kind of see it. So the leak happens over here in the nesting boxes, but I need to, again, fix it. It can't stay moist like this all winter long. That's not healthy for the chickens long term. So now I'm going to completely re-chip the box they like to lay in. I will put some chips in the 3 boxes here to absorb some of this moisture and to see whether or not the new lip stops the rain. Does that make sense? If the chips that are in here stay dry, then I know the temporary fix is great and what to do as a, to get towards a permanent, a permanent correction. I don't want to do something that I think is permanent and just have it be as bad as what it is. It could be long term. I just literally have to put an awning, from the roof over so I can still open the lid, but just awning this whole side in. I mean, it's possible. I just don't have I don't have the stuff to do that right now. Can I? Of course I can. Long term, it's not an issue. I can get some 4x4s, I won't lie. Mount them to the edge here, or even 2x4s mounted to the edge and take it up and just bring an awning down. I can do anything. I'll figure it out. It'd be just easier to put a little lip on it like I did. I'm going for easy right now. Anyway, lots of wetness, lots of dryness. I'm gonna put some dry bedding in here, and I'll test it again tomorrow after tonight's rain. We'll see. Talk to you later. Yep, in the workshop again. I was hoping to build the box for the power supply. I've started it. I know that this needs at least 12 by 9 inches. That gives it 3 inches of space. So there's airflow around it. I'm probably going to go 12 by 15. Yes. Because when I mount the brackets on the 2x4s that are above, they're the 2x4s that hold the automatic door, so it'll be on the inside. So there's 3 inches of, there's 3 inches of space behind the 2x4s. That gives you 3 inches of airspace on the backside, and then a 9-inch shelf will give me 3 more inches of space on the front side. Does that make sense? So that's 15. Yes. Anyway, so it'll be 3 inches front and back all the way around. 3 inches on this side, 3 inches on that side. That bottom shelf needs to be solid, so this sits on it fine, and then the top half can just be a box. I will probably solid the top piece in case the chickens try and get on top of it, and the box itself will just be some of my wire mesh on the sides. Does that make sense? To prevent the chickens from pecking at it. And then I've got to figure out, I'll probably do chicken wire on the front piece because that'll keep the chickens out of pecking on it, but still give me the ability to plug stuff in, off the panel there. So that's what I'm thinking. From there I have to, or wherever I mount it, take the mounting all the way to the roof, so I'm just enclosing, the shelf in chicken wire type thing. So again, I still have to work on it just a little, it's just how it is. So with that, I know it never shows, but I'm losing my light. It's bright over there because of the sunroof, but over here it darkens down a lot. So, just means I'm done. So life will be awesome. And I'll talk to y'all later.